Got it. All right, so go ahead and hit got it when you get that notification, and we will go ahead and get started. So we'll start. Let me actually shut my bedroom door. Hold on 1 second. All right, welcome, welcome. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn some light on real quick, just in case it gets dark. But we're gonna get started with who we are first. So I am Charmaine Cross. I am a wife, a mom, and now a life insurance agency owner. So we have decided to start our own business, and we want to go ahead and share with all of you just how you can do the same thing. And we'll share all of that today. Babe, go ahead and share a little bit about you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Cross. I come from an insurance background of more than 25 years. I started pretty much within my first year after high school working for an insurance agent. I ended up working for a large company for about 25 years until almost a year ago um, when I came over here to join Charmaine in our life insurance venture. Um, by 25 years in corporate world, I did all kinds of roles where I worked directly with customers on the P&C side. So I did a lot of auto, property insurance, umbrella insurance, things like that. Worked my way through to where I was a trainer for about 10 years. So I trained new employees, existing employees on all things within the company, contracts, the policies, the claims processes, how to transact business online. And then after 10 years in training, I went to the underwriting world. So that's where I actually got to review policies, make decisions on continuing business, eliminating policies that were not profitable enough, that had too many accidents and things like that. And then I got into a staff role where I was on the compliance side, working with documents. So a lot of legal information in there, working with state legislatures and things like that. So a lot of different roles there in the P&C world, experience-wise. But made the jump into life insurance about a year ago. Happy I did it. It's been a good move for us, and we're still relatively new, but I'm super excited at what we've done so far, and even more excited to see what we're going to do in the future. And super excited for all of you, regardless of what direction this world takes you guys. Lots of opportunities for anyone and everyone in this industry. So I'm happy for all of y'all
Sure.
making the steps that you're taking.
Awesome. So we have a QR code here on this first screen. It is only there to have just in case you wanted to take a picture of it. Basically, what this will do is it will get you in contact with us at the end so we can get back in touch with you with any questions that you might have. We'll show it again at the end, but we wanted to put it here in the beginning as well. So we will go ahead and get going. Babe, can you see if there's waiting room people?
I'm on it.
Okay, good. Got it. Go ahead and go next. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So what is your vision? So when you are getting licensed, whether you are already licensed or you're looking to get licensed, you're looking for what is going to be the best for you. So whether that's to get a job and work for like a corporation where you get certain hours every, set hours each day, set pay, all of that. Like some people really, really like that. They like to have, know what they're going to go to work, what they're going to do, what it's going to look like, and then they leave at 5 and it's over. So that would be something like if you are looking for a job, that would be the route that you are going to go. What we're going to show you today is what it looks like if you wanted to start your own agency. So you want to work for yourself. You want to make as much money as you can. You don't want to have a cap on the type of money you can make. We're going to show you all of that today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So what's your vision? So some of the most important things to consider in choosing a work environment obviously are going to be, where you want to work, who you want to work with. Go ahead and go to the next screen.
Mm-hmm.
Pay structure, culture, core values, leadership, mentors, lead availability, team dynamics, partnerships, product types, and all of that is what you're going to want to look for when you're looking for either a job or if you're looking for something to do for yourself, because you don't want to have something that has horrible culture or horrible core values, bad mentors, bad leaders, horrible products, bad pay, whatever it might be. You want to know that it's going to be good fit for you. Next. So what does it take to become successful in your own business? So if you were to start your own business, what does it take to be successful? So for one, it's going to take time because you need time to grow. No one's going to come into a business and be totally amazing at it no matter what it is. So it takes time. It takes energy because it's a lot of work. It's your own business. Whatever you want it to be is what you're going to put into it. So that takes energy. It takes patience because you're going to see people that are either really good at what they do and they get there really fast, and maybe you're a little slower. So it's going to take patience for you to, you be patient for yourself. Mental toughness. You're going to get told no a lot of times when you're in your own business. You're going to get told, you're going to get people hanging up on you probably. So you need to be strong and know that it's not personal. It takes belief in what you're doing. So belief in the company, belief in your products, belief in what you're doing, and belief that you're sharing what you're sharing is a good thing. And
belief in
vision.
yourself. Belief in yourself is
Belief
most
in
important.
yourself is the most important thing because what we have found, just like you start to get very don't get stuck in the comparison trap for sure. And it takes vision. So what do you want your life to look like? What do you want it to look like in 5, 10, 15, 25 years? Okay, so it's going to take vision. You want to picture what it's going to look like for you and go towards that. Next. So just do it. You want to start your own business. We're going to show you exactly all the steps that it takes. Not all of them, because obviously there's going to be a little bit more once you get into it, but we're going to show you what it takes. And so why we chose this company specifically. So what I found is that you can build an agency all for the cost of just an insurance license. Okay. You can't start a McDonald's or a Panera or any kind of business for less than, I don't know, several $100,000. So for this, you can build an agency for the cost of a license and a willingness to learn and work the Symmetry system. So Symmetry provides the marketing, Symmetry develops the leads, Symmetry provides the training, and Symmetry and the carriers provide the incentive trips, and Symmetry and the carriers provide all the money that we use to build our agencies with. So everything that we're getting directly from the company. So the carriers that we write our policies are paying us. Every single time we write a policy, we get paid from them. So that's how we build our business, with the money that we make from the carriers. Next. I'm just going to show you a quick video about kind of giving you a little background about what this company is like.
Symmetry Financial Group has revolutionized the way insurance is sold. We believe that for success to be worth it, agents should be able to earn an excellent income while having the time to enjoy it. A career with Symmetry Financial Group can help you build a business with the opportunity for true ownership, freedom lifestyle, and financial legacy. So how does Symmetry help agents achieve this? Our remote nationwide agent force can plug into our turnkey system that takes the idea of virtual sales to a whole new level. Powered by a proprietary automation platform, robust back-end support, and step-by-step mentorship and training, Symmetry provides a proven system that allows you to work from anywhere that fits your work style, full or part-time. Life insurance and retirement solutions make up our core products. For example, mortgage protection would cover a family's mortgage if the person with the primary income passes away. We match our products to interested individuals and families while offering the industry's only value-based leads program. Our value-based leads program, which is designed to maximize your profitability, empowers our agents to spend their time helping families instead of prospecting. The average sale is over $1,200 in annual premium volume, and our contract levels range up to 130% plus bonuses. Most of our products don't require physical exams, so turnaround times on applications and commission payments can be as quick as 24 hours. Part-time agents who issue an average of 6 to 8 policies per month can earn between $50,000 to $75,000 in commissions for the year, plus bonuses. Full-time agents who issue an average of 15 to 20 policies a month can earn between $125,000 to $175,000 in commissions per year, plus bonuses. The Symmetry system also empowers you to build your own agency. Insurance carriers will pay you an override the difference between your commission percentage and the agents you hire. For example, if you are an agent with a 100% commission level and hire an agent at the starting contract of 80%, the carriers will pay you a 20% override on all business that agent produces. Our top leaders heavily invest in your success. We train, support, and lead coachable individuals who are driven to succeed and embody our core values. We hope that throughout our conversations, it will become clear whether Symmetry Financial Group is where you're supposed to be. Take the first step and connect with us today.
No agent's success, earnings, or production results should be viewed as typical, average, or expected. Not all agents achieve the same or similar results, and no particular results are guaranteed. Your level of success will be determined by several factors, including the amount of work you put in, your ability to successfully follow and implement our training and sales system, and engage with our lead system, and the insurance needs of the customers in the geographic areas in which you choose to work.
But that's like all the little fine print at the bottom. It's like reads it really fast or it's really small so you can't hear it. But anyways, so why Symmetry? So you got to see a little bit about what Symmetry is. So when you're looking for something to do, if you're looking to work for yourself, we're going to show you of what our company does, what it looks like for our company. And then if you want to go out and look at other companies, we definitely welcome that because we want you to choose what's right for you and your family. Okay. So this is just going to give you an idea of what we do and why we chose this company ourselves. So the ability to work for ourselves, but not by ourselves. Okay. This is big. Our team has work rooms every day. So Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. we have a work room that you can go there, you can work, and we'll be there set times during the day so that we will be doing our calls. We're going to be doing all that stuff together. So we are never by yourselves. We'll always be working together. We have a turnkey business model. We're going to share that all today. Culture of strong core values and leadership development. That's a huge thing here. They promote that you are always growing here so that you can make sure that you are doing best by your new agents. An ability to scale our income, no caps on potential earnings, time and money freedom, omni-channel support from home, office, and your upline, and a recession-resistant industry and meaningful and impactful work. So these are just some things that we love about Symmetry, and this is why we chose Symmetry. So,
Yep. I always like to say, kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the culture, you get the mentorship, the leadership, everything that comes from a corporate job that you would want in a corporate job. Maybe you won't get it. But you get all those things. You get the great cultures. There's so many great people who we work with every day who we get to tap into their experience and their knowledge. We get to share ours as well. But at the same time, you still get to own your own business. You still get to work your own schedule, all those things that you get to decide how, when, and where you get to work. So it's really best of both worlds, I like to say.
yep, for sure. So we're going to go through some of these quick because a lot of them we don't really have to go over, but we have an award-winning culture. So they were voted the top company culture by Entrepreneur for 2 consecutive years and ranked among the top 5,000 fastest growing companies for this past 6 consecutive years, which is huge. And it's just growing and growing from here. Now, these are our founders. So who is Symmetry Financial Group? So Brandon, Brian, Casey, and Meredith are the the owners, who started the company in October of 2009. They started at the midst of the mortgage crisis. Like when everyone was foreclosing on homes, they started this company and it's just grown year over year. And it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. It's an industry that's guaranteed to keep going forever. So next. All right, so here's our core values, and this is huge, huge, huge for us. So relationships matter, people come first, okay? Relentless pursuit of personal growth, open, honest, and productive communication. We do the right thing even when no one's looking. So that one is huge for us because you want integrity and you want people that are honest, that are around you and with you. Now we work as a team and strive to be a positive influence. We act like owners because we own it. And be of service and doing good in the world, and we have fun and get stuff done. So those are the core values throughout the whole company, and you will see that with everyone you speak with. Gonna go over these?
Sure, yeah, just a quick overview of some of the products that we work with here at Symmetry with life insurance. We say mortgage protection, but really that is going to be a life insurance product, but we still do a lot of lead production, lead generation through the mortgage protection wording. So and that's a lot of our bread and butter for a lot of people here at Symmetry. So we'll send out our marketing campaigns for those who have recently purchased or refinanced homes, and then they'll call us back and ask for more information. And that's when we get in touch with them and find out more specifically about their needs and situations in order to put them into the right products. But more specific product types, the traditional term life insurance, universal life insurance, and whole life insurance products we work with. There's final expense products that we have available that we work with every day as well. And then there's accidental death insurance, which is a really good, affordable option to add along with a life insurance policy, or for maybe someone who can't qualify medically for a life insurance policy. Accidental death insurance is a good fail-safe to have in place at a low-cost option. Some also do health insurance. So your standard disability, critical illness, Medicare supplement coverage, long-term care, dental, and then we have a Quality RX program that's similar to some of the other prescription programs you may see online or on TV commercials. And then for more like wealth development, retirement benefits, we do have debt-free life annuity products. IULs are a big one that are coming up. Mortgage acceleration, smart start. So some other life insurance concepts that are available on the marketplace that we work with to help with debt reduction, wealth building, retirement planning, things like that. So lots of different directions any one of us can go within this industry.
And on these, just real quick, so to do this, you have to have a life insurance license, but you definitely want to do life and health. The reason for that is you can't do an accidental death by itself without a health license. You can't do critical illness by themselves without a health license. So if you wanted to write a cancer policy, you want to write a stroke policy or heart attack policy, you need to have your health license for that. So if you're in the midst of getting licensed, do life and health together. Jeff and I did not. We did it wrong and did life by itself. So we'll be going back for our health, but you guys can start fresh and do it together. So you don't have to go back and do another test. But next.
Yep.
So these are just some of the people we partner with. Very standard. Most IMOs will have access to most of these carriers. The good thing about some of these are they are writing policies specifically, designing products specifically for Symmetry. So a lot of these carriers, someone else might have access to it, but there's certain products that they have written just for Symmetry agents, which is a really big deal. They typically have really good rates and they're just amazing. So those will be coming more and more as we keep going, because they said that every carrier is looking to have a policy written for us specifically. So keep looking. Go ahead.
Yep. And the big thing with a lot of these carriers, I mean, you probably recognize some of these names, but these carriers have been around for a long time, well over 100 years in most cases, and they're all very well rated financially. So they're all A+ rated financially rated companies, meaning that they have the claims paying ability, right? That means that when you issue a life insurance policy for someone, that family is going to get protected because these insurance companies aren't going to default. They're not going to bankrupt. So that's a huge thing that you want to make sure that you're looking into and you're partnering with insurance carriers in the future.
Yeah. Next. So there's a need for our products, right? These are just some numbers from like 2022, but you can expect they've probably gone up quite a bit since then. But 131 million households in the United States, and 7 out of 10 of those households rely on 2 incomes. 53% of foreclosures are caused by death or disability. 25% of Americans have saved nothing for retirement. And the average funeral cost, and this has gone up because I think it's now $12,000 is the average. So the average funeral costs around $12,000, and most people don't have that saved up. So this is a very, very important thing that we do, and we will continue sharing it.
Yeah, right now, post-COVID, the awareness level is up among most people now. COVID kind of was a reality check for so many people. So people are becoming more and more aware of life insurance, what it does and what the benefits of having coverage in place can do for them and what it can do for them, for their families. So there's a lot more people engaging in the life insurance market that weren't before, thanks to COVID.
And so these are some numbers. So we have amazing leads like we were talking about, and we'll go over them a little bit more, but Symmetry invested over 46 million, and this was in 2022. So it's gone up again since then into lead generation techniques to enable our agents with the most effective and affordable leads in the industry. So what that looks like, you could go to the next screen. What we're looking at is that we just have tons and tons of different lead sources, and we will definitely go over more of them as we get to that screen. But we have should we go over that first? Or actually, let me go here first. We'll talk about leads in just a second. So what we do, agent map, roadmap to success. So we have a proprietary sales enablement system, marketing and recruiting support, and a CRM and lead management. So all of these things we have a system for, which is amazing. Ongoing support, best-in-class one-on-one group coaching from internal and external experts, step-by-step learning, development tools and systems, weekly training calls, amazing local, regional, and national training events. So that is something that we have all over the place, not just in one local area or local to us. We are in Arizona. That doesn't mean that we aren't going to be there for you. We have that Zoom room we were talking about, so we are always there, a text message away, a call away, just to help you. So next. So here we go. Here's where we're going to go over a lot of the system stuff. So how we do it. Quility's industry leading InsurTech platform. So we have training. Okay, so that is where we have they call it Summit. There is more training than you could even imagine in this system. So we've been telling our new agents when they're coming in is we get them up to a certain level when get to a point where they can call out to somebody and just sound knowledgeable enough to call out and make that first phone call. The reason we do this is we want you to be profitable as fast as possible. If you sat and did all the trainings, your brain would be like ready to explode, and we don't want that. We want you to get enough information that you get your leads and get going. Okay. The leads marketplace. Here's where you have so much options that you are it's just really exciting. So we have what Jeff was talking about, the mortgage protection leads. Those ones are ones where we'll send out a postcard if someone has purchased a home or refinanced their home. So it's a mortgage thing. So they'll get out something that says protect your mortgage. They will either call the number or they'll fill it out and send it back to us. Those ones are called analog leads. Those are really inexpensive. They may be a little older because they're going through the process and all of that stuff, but they're there, and that's usually what we will have you practice on when you first start, is those really inexpensive leads, so you're not spending too much money when you're not ready to call yet, you're not ready to talk to people yet, so you can kind of fumble over those less expensive leads. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get anything out of it. People still are very, very, very successful writing policies with those. It's just you're only spending a couple dollars versus a lot more on the higher ones. So then we have digital leads. So if you are on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you might see a post that talks about life insurance, and it's like, to learn more, click here. You click there, and the people will go in, put all their information in. Those leads will then come to us, and that is when we would call them and try to get whatever information they need and get them some options available. So there's those, and there is call-in leads. So people call in, different types, all different types of leads, and they all range from really inexpensive to quite a bit higher. I'm not sure the exact highest one, but probably like around $50, maybe a little bit less. But there's tons of options. So from $1 something all the way up. So there's that. Then we have Quility Switchboard. Now, Switchboard is our CRM. So this is what you use to call, you use to text people, you can send emails from there. It is your way to engage with your clients. So some clients don't want to talk on the phone right away. You can text back and forth with them to get information before you call and get more options for them. So it is a tool that we have to keep the client engaged, to get them to a phone call. Okay. And it's amazing. It's amazing things that you can do there. I can't even explain how amazing it is, but then we also have Navigator. So Navigator is our platform that we use to look at options for people. So if I have a client, I have their date of birth, I have their social, I have their height and weight. I'm going to go to the Navigator system. I'm going to plug in their information. I know what medical issues they have by this point, whether they're high blood pressure, diabetic, whatever it might be, and I'll put it all in there. Then I hit next, and it's going to pull up options. It's going to pull up options for many different carriers that person will qualify for, okay, or what they could qualify for. We don't know for sure till we submit, because people don't always give you all the details. So you go based on what they give you. You get, give you options. They'll give you pricing. It'll give you the one they might best qualify for. Might not always be the cheapest, but it'll give you the best met on top. Okay, and then that will eventually, they're working to put the switchboard and Navigator into one, which will be amazing. So your CRM and your quoting system will hopefully soon be available in one system. And the digital insurance products is what we were talking about in the beginning, where the carriers are getting products just for our company. So just for Symmetry Quility agents, they are getting policies that only we can write. So if it's a Mutual of Omaha policy, you couldn't write that policy with Mutual of Omaha if you were with a different carrier or a different IMO. It would only be for Symmetry and Quility. So that's what the digital insurance products are. They're specifically made only for Quility and Symmetry, which is amazing.
Yep.
You have anything to add on that?
Just the leads. I mean, the lead types, there's leads for everybody. Like Charmaine said, even some of the older, less expensive leads, there's so many examples of people who have been tremendously successful with those leads. Sometimes it's just the person. Sometimes the person, the agent has a better connection with the client than who the client may have spoken with previously if they had spoken with someone. So it's all about getting in touch with people. It's all about the activity part of it. So we have to stay active, stay on top of our leads. But there's a lead type for everyone out there, for any budget, whether you have extra money to spend on different leads or you just want to start small and work your way up. It's certainly possible, regardless of what your status is.
Next. So
Yeah,
more
about switchboard. So switchboard, trimodal communication. So tri, of course, means three. So from switchboard, we can call our clients, we can text our clients, and we can email our clients, all from this one stop. It really helps keep everything more manageable, all in one spot. So if you need to go back and reference something, it's all right here. You can see your last contacts. You can see what that contact was. And even more than just the communications part of it, your lead sheet is in there. So you see some of the information that came in initially when it'll be dropped to you. You can add notes. So if there's something specific that you had in a conversation with your client, they said something or they want something more specific, you can add those notes. If some people say, now is not a good time, I'm having a financial crisis, can you give me a call in 6 months or a year? You can add a task reminder, say, hey, client was unable financially to move forward at this time, call back in 6 months. So all of that is in just right here in Switchboard. So it makes it really that much easier to stay more efficient with your time and stay more efficient with your communications with your client specifically. And the Navigator, again, more detail to what Charmaine said. She really covered a lot of it, but it's kind of a one-stop shop. It's like a multi-quoter tool. So you put in all your client information, their age, their build chart information, their height, weight, any medical issues and prescription medications they may be taking. You put all that in here. It does a little bit of underwriting background for you based on what we know about some of the carrier underwriting, and it gives us the most appropriate suggestions on where we might be able to place these clients, fit-wise underwriting, as well as what the premium examples might be.
Now, what Navigator I feel like it does is, because we didn't have this when I first started, and it saves not only you as the agent time, because you're not having to go to each carrier specifically to quote and see if they're I mean, you still have to do underwriting, don't get me wrong, but this kind of gives you a starting point. So if you see that they might qualify for American Amicable or SBLI, you can then go to that site and then dig a little bit deeper based on the health information before you even process it. So it saves you time and it saves the client time, which in turn is going to make them not get frustrated and annoyed with you, and you can then more likely issue a policy from there. Okay, go next. These are just some more of the leads. The analog leads, lighthouse leads, there's just all different kinds. Now, one thing that we were gonna that got asked last week or the last time we did this is there is like some stuff going on with leads where they're trying to like cut down or something with leads, like in the government. With our leads, specifically at Symmetry, they are compliant. So any lead that you happen to buy or get from Symmetry, you're guaranteed to know that it is a compliant lead and you cannot get in trouble for any of the leads that you get through Symmetry. So just to let you know that up front, that you will not have any issues with any of the leads that you buy here. It would be then if you go somewhere outside of Symmetry to buy leads, that is on you. And you would then be responsible if something did happen. Anything happens from any leads that you buy from Symmetry or Quility, you're good. You have no worries about anything about getting sued or fined or anything. It's all covered by Symmetry and Quility as long as they're bought through here.
Yeah, you'll get solicitation requests, especially if you're on LinkedIn. There are companies out there who develop leads and then they sell those leads, and so they'll hit you up on on social media. They'll send you emails if they can get your email address through public means, but they'll definitely find you on LinkedIn and solicit leads to you that way. But
They'll
Symmetry,
offer you.
they'll
They'll
offer
tell.
to sell you leads. Symmetry can't protect you on those leads, but if you when you purchase a lead through Symmetry, they are TCPA compliant, so there's no risk to you there, because there are people out there who specifically target solicitors over the phone and try to catch them in a trap. Some people will deliberately request to put on a do not call list and wait for you to call them back so they can come after you. Symmetry will back you up on any of those leads that we generate within our own system.
Virginia had a question. So the leads range in from like their wide range of costs. So we have some that are as low as $1 and some change, probably up to like 50 about. I'm thinking that
and some go up, like some of the IUL leads will go up to the 70.
It just depends what you're looking for. Like there are some that you can, I think actually there are some that was like 70, but that is a different type. But in the beginning, it'll be the really, really inexpensive one just to get you practicing. So
yep.
Next.
Yep. And one thing real quick is that Symmetry does subsidize the leads. Symmetry does not make money on the leads, so they actually lose money on leads because they want us to be successful. So they'll help generate all of these leads for us. There is a cost to purchase them, but they make it as affordable as they can, but they don't make any money on these leads at all.
So these are just some ways that we do our leadership development programs. We have a Ripple model, which is run by the wife of the owner, Meredith. So she runs this and she does different trainings and stuff. There's an agency owner academy, a key leader academy, and then Quility U is where all of our trainings are. They all start there. And then you'll get into those more when you're in the system. So this is our business model. We're going to go over now how you make money. Okay. We're going to go over how to make money. Let's skip past that. We're going to miss that one. Okay. So here's a couple. We're going to just go over the promotions, part-time, full-time, what it looks like, commission levels, and all of the things. So this one, actually, I want to go to the next. Let's just go to the next screen.
Okay.
So this one is for yourself. We're going to go over this first because this is if you're new and you want to make money, this is the way to do it first. Okay. So you come in and you can either do really quick. So you start at 80%. everyone comes in starting at 80% commission, no matter where you're from, whether you just got licensed, whether you've been licensed, we all start at 80. You can go on the left side of the chart, which is a slower path. You can hit $2,500 in premium for 2 months in a row, and you would go up to 85%. Or on the one, like the fast track, 5,000 in premium the first month, you would get 85%. So if in 1 month you hit 5,000 in premium, you would get your increase at 85%. Plus, right now they're still doing 10% bonuses. So if you hit 5,000, you get a $500 bonus. Okay, 7,500, 750 bonus, 12,500. 1250 bonus. So whatever that commission level is in the middle is what it takes to get to the next level. So on the slower track, you would do 2,500 for 2 months in a row, 5,000 for 2 months in a row, 10,000 for 2 months in a row. If you do the slower track, the bonuses do not come. Okay, so if you're wanting to really get in and really get going, do it fast so you can get the bonus and the commission increase, so you're not waiting for that longer. So then the commission increase is what you get on your own production. So the policies that you write, that's a percentage that you would get paid on. So that is amazing. Now here's some awesome stuff too. So this is on a part-time agent. So how do you get paid? On a part-time agent, you're considered probably like 15 to 20 hours per week. And when you do that, your average is about 6 place policies per month. So at an 80% contract level, 12,000 is the annual premium volume average, and 75% is what your carrier pays you up front. So you issue a policy with Mutual of Omaha, for instance, if it's that policy, if what you're getting paid is 80%, the carriers will typically pay you the next day or within a day or two, and they pay us 75% of that full premium, or whatever our full commission was, right up front. So that first couple of days, you'd get 75% of that right up front, and then the other 25% comes at the end of the year when the policy has stayed in place for that whole time. So that is what I love. That keeps your, they don't want to pay you full 100%, because if the policy cancels, then you're stuck and you have chargebacks and stuff, which you don't want to have to deal with. So what that looks like money wise, 7,200 if average was $1,200 and you're writing 6 policies in a month, that's 7,200 in premium, 80% commission, that'd be at 5,760. The carriers are going to pay 75% upfront times the 12 months, brings you to about 51,000 just with your advances, not the total. So then by the end of the year, when you get the other 25%, you're looking about 70,000 or so. And that's on average. If you're doing 6 policies a month, you're not going to be at that 80% contract level very long. So it'll go higher than that. Now let's look at full-time. So full-time. So here's what it looks full-time. 35 to 40 hours a week, 15 to 20 place sales per month. When you're doing that, you're probably at least at a 95% contract level, which that would equal about 18,000 in a month. 95% commission, you're looking at 17,100. Okay, that's what you would get times the 75%. Okay, then multiply that by 12, and you're looking at about 153 or almost 154 as your 75% that you've already made. By the time you get the other 25%, you're looking more at about 205. So if you're average, okay, this can go up, it can be less. It's just dependent on what you do and how you want to work your business. Now go to the next one. So here is what I am really, really excited to share with you guys. So what makes Symmetry different? So we have an exclusive agency ownership program. So what we just showed you is what you can do by yourself as a producer, okay? You're writing your policies, you're making the calls, you're doing your appointments, you're issuing, okay? That's what you can do if you're by yourself. You're doing it all alone. That's amazing, right? Amazing that you can do that much income with just yourself. Now, Symmetry provides agents everything they need to build their own business through contractual ownership. You have the ability to earn both time and money with our system-driven income, and you can pass the business you've worked hard to build to a loved one. So if you pass away, okay, you already own your agency, 10 years down the road, it's a booming agency, you end up passing away, it can be passed down to your kids, your husband, your wife, family member, whoever it is, you can pass it down to them and they can continue building the agency and making the money that you had been making before. So it doesn't get taken away. Where one of our agents has a friend that owns a State Farm agency, and he talks about it all the time. He's like 70 something years old, and he talks about when his friend passes away, State Farm basically takes over that agency. It doesn't go to his family. They take it over and they sell it off to someone else. So it's a lot different here. Once you sign that contract, it's yours and they can't take it away forever. So we love that. We're going to show you what that looks like too. So here's how we build, and I'm going to just go over this is just a basic how it might look. So as an agency builder, you make commissions every time you help an agent make a sale. So if you were to say you're at 100% contract rate and you bring in somebody that's at 80%, you would make 20% of whatever they sold. So they issued $1,000 policy, they make 800, you're going to get the other amount between what they made and what their premium on the policy was, which is amazing. It's a difference between your contract level and your agent. So it's called a spread here. So it shows you a little bit here, like she's at 105 for somebody at 80%, she makes 25%, 85, 20. She's at 90%, 15%. And this is on every new person that you bring on. So the faster you help people, the better in making money that is, what do we call it? Residual income. So when you're producing, you're only getting paid when you're making calls and you're doing the policies for the clients. Building an agency is different because you can help people and you still make money on what they're doing. So beautiful thing, beautiful thing if you want something that you want to grow and have to, give to your family down the road. Anything to add to that?
No, you covered it well. It's the difference between having to continuously work every day, every week, every month in order to provide for your family. If you were building an agency, you help develop a team, you help coach and mentor people, your reward is to get a portion of what your agents underneath you will make. And like Charmaine said, that's your residual income. That's going to be the income that's always going to be coming in regardless of if you're working or not. Of course, the more work you put in, the continuation of the work that you put in, whether it's producing or developing more agents, either way, the more you work, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out in the long run. And
our contracts go up to 130%. So right now, everyone starts at 80, but at the highest contract, if you're at 130% and you get somebody new that's just barely starting, they're at 80%. You're making 50% on whatever they write. That's a ton of money. Like for you to just help them, like you're helping that person get better and do what they need to do. So you're getting rewarded for helping them, which is awesome. Okay, next. All right, so this is just a few agent perks. So these are some of the trips that Symmetry and the carriers are doing this year alone. Costa Rica, Cabo San Lucas, Cancun, Switzerland, 2 different places in Switzerland, Las Vegas and the West Indies. Las Vegas, y'all, I don't know if y'all are Super Bowl or football fans, but Mutual of Omaha took people to the Super Bowl this year and it was amazing. And we're going to show you a quick clip of the girl that actually, one of the girls that got to go. So I'll share her testimony in just a little bit, but you see the most amazing trips. They do not skimp on these trips. The carriers make amazing things for people that are working the business and rewarding them for just being awesome. So those are always something to look forward to throughout the years. Which one are we going to go to? Which one are we going to push for? Like, where do we want to go? So it kind of gives you like some things. Maybe you never would have ever been to the West Indies. I want to go to the West Indies, so that's some things that we want to push for. So
Yeah. And it's not just the locations, like Charmaine said, it's how you go, how you travel, how you stay. It's all the top resorts. A lot of Waldorf Astoria resorts in here. So pretty
yep,
amazing,
pretty amazing thing.
opportunities.
Okay, next. Let's see. Let's just share. Okay, we'll share Jamie. Share Jamie's first because hers is only a minute.
Okay.
So Jamie is the girl who went to the Super Bowl with one of our carriers.
As a nurse, I worked 12-hour shifts, nights, weekends, holidays. The harder you work as a nurse doesn't mean that you're making any more money. I felt overworked and underpaid. I did 8 years as a permanent night nurse to make an extra $2 an hour. I decided to switch careers when I was missing out a lot on my kids' lives. I missed feeling like a human during the day because I had to sleep after my night shift, and I needed to do something different. I never in a million years imagined myself in the insurance industry. When I first heard about insurance, my initial reaction was absolutely not. But since leaving my nursing career, I make more in a month working in insurance than I did in a whole year as a registered nurse. If you're thinking of leaving the nursing industry and pivoting to insurance sales, we have leads, we have mentorship, we have training, we have a place for you. If you want to have control over your time with the opportunity to earn unlimited income, click the link below.
So Jamie is one of the ones that earned that trip to the Super Bowl, and holy cow, that was like so. I had the biggest FOMO watching every move. They got to go to, like, they had little shops. They got to get purses and shoes and all these things that they got to pick all this stuff. It was so awesome. So awesome. Okay, should we share one more? Or are we gonna go ahead and
It's up to you.
okay. I'm just looking at the question, sorry.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, you got your answer. I'm okay. Good. Okay, just checking, making sure. Okay, let's go ahead and share Jordan's.
My name is Jordan Gillum. I am before going to the gym, so I apologize for my workout attire. But I live in Queen Creek, Arizona, and I am in business with my husband with Symmetry. We own the Gillum Agency, and we've been doing this for, it's over 7 years now. And how Symmetry has changed my life, every way, literally in every way. I mean, I have built an incredible relationship with my husband. Through hiring and finding people for our agency, we have found a lot of like-minded people that we surround ourselves with that have similar goals as far as ownership of business and schedule and limitless income, but not at the expense of others. Let's see what else. We live where we want. We're from East Tennessee, and we were dying to get out of there. I mean, we can make as much income wherever we want, as much as we want. And yes, it is difficult. I don't want to express that it's not difficult, but everything worth having is difficult. So this is just the kind of difficult that we choose, which required a lot of personal development, self-discipline, picking ourselves up, stick-to-itness, or whatever the phrase is. And, I don't have a college degree. I went to school for business, but now I own a business because of what Symmetry has to offer. I can sleep well at night because the services I provide only help people. Filing death claims, as much as they may be bittersweet, you get to actually service and help the family make sure that they don't lose their homes, or they can pay for funerals, or they've left a huge legacy behind for their kids that maybe they didn't even know about. But basically, we just get to help people with the two hardest things to talk about, which is death and money. But we get to help them in the best way possible. It's just making that whole process easier. So I'm grateful for what we do. I know that it's not for everyone, because you do have to be an entrepreneur. You do have to be a self-starter. And you do have to work when you don't feel like it, which I feel like we all do anyways when we work for someone else. So I just chose to work for myself. But
So those are two of them. Sarah's is a little bit longer, so for sake of time, we'll go ahead and just continue so that we
I
can
was
get
a
to
teacher
questions.
Sorry,
Go ahead to the next screen, babe.
I was a teacher. I was a
trying to. It's not letting me. Let me try it this way. Come on, get out of the way.
I was a teacher
As
for
a
6
nurse,
There we go.
So where to go from here? So we're just gonna kind of just share a little bit right here. So if you're looking, if you're licensed, if you are not licensed, okay, where to go from here? Go ahead and go to the next screen real quick. So obviously, if you're licensed, then great, you can get started where whatever you choose to do. If you're not licensed yet, and you'll definitely need to get licensed in order to do this. So you would either do, if your state requires a course, some states don't, you would either do Excel, Exam FX. I don't even know what some of the other ones are, but we have partnership with the Insurance Exam Queen. So a lot of you have found us through Insurance Exam Queen. If your state does not require a course, I wholeheartedly say go with her gold package because she has it all laid out. She makes you understand it. I am not a study person, and I struggled through Excel until I found Melissa's videos and I went, holy cow, it makes sense now. So that's number one. Okay, so you either do a course or do Melissa. You schedule and take the test, pass the test, and then apply for your exam or apply for your license, and then decide what you want to do. Do you want to have a job where you go to every day 9 to 5, where you have to ask for time off? You have a set pay, maybe a set schedule, whatever you're looking for, you want to think about that up front. If you're wanting to start your own business, we have showed you what we have here. Okay. We have the system, we have leads, we have mentorship, we have ownership ability. There's a lot that we have here, but definitely look at other things too. If you've wanted to research companies, I definitely recommend doing that just so you can see maybe somebody else's culture fits you better. Maybe our culture fits you better, whatever it might be. Just research before you decide whatever you're going to do. Consider compensation, ownership opportunities. Some companies will tell you, oh, we started 130%, but then they have no ownership abilities, or maybe they only have a couple carriers. Just be careful what you're getting yourself into. Don't run to the highest paying up front because they may not have enough of what you're looking for later. So just be very, very careful and cautious. Next. So if you are looking to working with us in the Cross Life Agency and within Symmetry, we have access to mentors with proven success in the industry, ability to partner with 80+ insurance carriers, step-by-step, easy to follow training program that gets you productive right away, which is what we were talking about, is that we want you to get productive as soon as possible. So we'll do some little bit of training, get to work. Then we can do some more training. If something comes up that you need to learn, you can do that in between so that you can get started and get productive right away. Profitable right away is the best way to go. We have the industry leading lead program. Our systems are unmatched. If you look at other carriers, I've talked to many, many people who say their companies have nothing like ours, which is amazing. And the ability to own your own agency and pass down for generations. That is why the number one reason I would say why we chose Symmetry. The ability to own what we build forever and pass it on to our family. So we have a huge blended family, and there's 5 of them. Like, we have to be able to take care of, that's gonna be a lot of grandkids down the way someday. And we want to be able to fund our grandchildren so that they can be around in whatever as far as it goes. So if you're interested, or if you have more questions, if anyone wants to ask questions now, you can go ahead and turn off that, and then we can let people ask questions.
Yeah, y'all
I have
can.
a question.
Yes, thank you.
Do you guys have companies that will insure people that do not have a social?
I think we I think there are a couple carriers. I don't know them offhand, but I do know that somebody was asking the other day for somebody that didn't have a social. So I would have to find out where and which carriers, but I know that they did say yes. So I will have to find that out for sure. But
Okay.
I know that there are a couple out there. I just don't know which one. So I don't want to say a name of a company because I'm not 100% sure which one it was.
Okay. And if for any reason they do not offer that, like companies that cover people without having a social,
Mhm.
can we get appointed directly or through another agency with like those companies? Or you guys wouldn't allow that?
I mean, with like a different IMO.
Not so much another IMO, but like,
A set company like a State Farm or something.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
I think if it's because we're non-captive, so captive is different. It might be it would have to, as long as it didn't
Yeah.
I know that there are some people that do health, like they do like Medicare and stuff on the side, but then they're contracted with us. I know that they can't be contracted with two companies that have the same carriers. But
Okay, got
at
it.
100, I'll have to find that out also. So send me a message or whatever. I'm like, I'll look it up. Yeah, I'll put my cell phone
Where,
number here.
okay, yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I'll put my cell phone number here. Just when you text me, just send me your name so that I know.
Okay.
And then I'll have you on my phone. But yeah, so that's my phone number. You guys, if you have any questions, text me. If you're interested in working with us and learning more, we can just scan that QR code. We will get in contact with you right away. Just so that we can go over anything else that you have questions about. Of
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
course. What is your name? Sorry.
Adriana,
Okay, thank you so much.
you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Any other questions, anybody?
Hey, my name is Anna, and I have a question for you.
Go
Yes,
for
ma'am.
it.
Okay, I am, as you can tell, studying for my health and life license, and later this year I'm traveling out to Ghana, and I'm going to be there for a year. But what I'm concerned about and just curious to know is, can Symmetry, will they allow me to work for them remotely if I'm out of the United States and I am a citizen?
Okay. As long as you can work in the states that you're licensed in, no matter what. We have people that live in Puerto Rico and all these different locations. Yes, we will send the copy. Send me a text message for the recording and I will send you the recording. But yes, Anna, absolutely, you can work from outside the United States as long as you're licensed in the states that you're writing. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Thank
I am
you.
from yes, ma'am. I'm from Mississippi, and I have life insurance
Okay.
license last year. So this year I want to take the health license.
Okay.
So is it okay for me to pay for gold packet?
Yeah.
And
So if absolutely. So you can still, anyone can get started with us, even with just your life license. And that can get you, getting reps in, getting practice with life. And as you're going for your health, you can still be working here, but you can do that through the gold package too with Melissa. Absolutely.
yeah, but when I take a test, I register for health and accident only, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just health and
So
accident.
I want to start over.
Yeah, you don't want to do life again. So you'll just do accident and health and accident for sure together. Or just
Yes,
health,
ma'am.
whatever is available in your state. They're all different everywhere. So it just depends.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Of course. Who else? More questions. I love questions. Kelly said.
This is Shaila. I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, because I'm going for the license, I still waiting for that. So I'll take the
Okay.
course and take the training. But in the meantime, can we take the training and get the certification, or the certification only we can join the training only after certification?
So we can get you into our system, but it doesn't give you access to a lot of things until you've passed
Yeah.
your test.
Okay.
But we can get you started at least in the process, and just that way, as soon as you pass that test, then you go in, you add your license number, and then you can get going really quick from there.
Okay. Thank you. Basically, we need a license certificate, a must.
Correct, yeah.
Thank you.
So so Symmetry works with Excel. So if you're needing an actual program for your state, Symmetry works with Excel. So we have a discount code for Excel, which instead of a class being $200 or $199 or whatever, it's $49. So that's for that. But if your state does not require a specific program, I just say Melissa is the way to go, just because she makes it easy to understand. But a lot of states do require you to have like your set book program that you're supposed to do. I have links for that. I can send you what your state requires. So you could just scan that and send me a message and what you need, and I will get that out to you right away.
And one more question, do we need a property and casualty license too?
You do not need your property and casualty, no. And somebody asked us on the last one, because they had property and life, or property casualty and life. You can do life insurance with us and do like some kind of property and casualty also, because they're not the same products, they're not the same systems or anything.
Yeah, they're not the same.
You can definitely do both if they're different companies for those two, because they're not the same. It's not two life insurance companies.
So what about securities?
Securities you don't even need.
Okay.
So here we do annuities and different things like that. You do not need your securities license here. Life and health and annuities are like, the life and health is all that you need here. So you do not need the securities.
Right. Fine. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Of course.
And then Kelly says, I have property and casualty. Congratulations. So you're taking the exam in 10 days. Awesome. Training on that. So are you asking about training for the exam?
I think I kind of already answered that one.
Oh,
Gotcha. We have the Symmetry program where you can take the Excel with the discount, or you can take advantage of what Melissa has. But we do offer more specific.
Okay.
Once you're licensed.
Okay, Anna said you have your life through a different company. Yeah, just send me a message on that, and because you can definitely work with us. We just have to do it a different way. Like there's a form if you're working with any of the carriers that we have. You just have to fill out a form saying that you're switching to our IMO versus whoever you were with. So just go ahead and fill that out. Oh, yeah. Kelly, yes. Trainings and you'll have no experience. Absolutely. Well, a lot of the things that we do, so this company has training, like I said in the beginning, so much training that we don't want you to get overwhelmed. We want you to just do enough that you can get comfortable to where you can then start dialing leads and calling them and setting up appointments. Then if something happens to come up, so you talked to somebody and they asked about some certain kind of policy, then we can go in and say, okay, let's look at this training and look at these. And we'll be there the whole step of the way as you're doing your calls, doing your appointments and all of that. So we are here the whole time, and the trainings in the system does not, none of our Symmetry stuff cost anything. Nothing at all. It's just part of the business.
I have a question. So, do you guys do we have to pay in order to jump on board? And are there any fees as far as like to use your back office, or any hidden fees that we should probably know about?
Yep. So the only thing that so leads are going to cost money. So that's just a leads that you're going to have to figure out how much your budget is and what you want to spend on leads. A lot of people start here part-time, so they're still working while, and able to still be able to pay for leads and, while they're building it up. The only other thing that costs money is switchboard. And that is because it's a system that's sending text messages and emails and stuff back and forth. And I think what's like $20 a month.
It's something like that. It's not too expensive.
It's like 20
yeah, about $20. And also you may buy a phone number. Like I have an 800 number that I purchased through Switchboard. And then it's kind of like a use feature, like Charmaine said, so many texts and phone calls and things like that. But it's not expensive by any means.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll be able to bring our own leads, right? Like friends, family, or we.
Absolutely. And we definitely, so that I'll kind of explain what because I came from network marketing. So I sold the shakes and the makeup and the skincare. Like I've done it all. So I've built a lot of businesses on social media. So I do a lot of that, like even my own marketing through Facebook and Instagram for this business too. And you can do the exact same. Anyone can build and get clients or team members or whoever through your warm market. Totally no problem at all. Absolutely. And we encourage it for sure. Ask for referrals, share what you're doing, all of the things. Sarah, the training is depending. So Kevin, just one of my new agents, just got contracted Thursday, Friday last week. He's already to the point where we're going to get on the phone today or as soon as this meeting's over to see his next step. So he's ready to start calling. So it only took him a couple days to get to where we're at now in order to get him ready to start dialing. So it's really just as much as you want. Like if you're sitting down, it might take 3-4 hours to go over one part of it. It just depends how long you have to sit there and look at the information and watch the trainings. But the beginning parts, I would say 2 or 3 days, maybe if you're just doing a couple hours a day. If you're sitting there for a full day, maybe just one day. Just depends how long it takes for you to get through those couple things. But the beginning trainings, we don't recommend you sit and watch every single training because your brain will just go too much information.
So are the trainings more like just reading, or is it things that we could visibly see? Because, you know, some of us are like visual learners. So it's like if you're gonna like teach us how to write a policy online, are we gonna be able to like not just read how to do a
Right.
policy, write a policy up, but actually see it? Like
Yeah,
somebody
it's
telling you,
more
you know what I'm saying?
interactive. Yeah,
It's
a lot of the training modules are actually some of the more successful symmetry agents. So they do a really good job of mixing it up. There's some reading, but a lot of it is there's an audio component to it. There's some sample questions in there, like test your knowledge type things like that. So it's really more interactive. It's not just a boring sit and read a manual type thing.
Yeah, but also when you're ready to write your first policy, like when you're ready, what I've been doing with my agents, I just get on with them and we'll get on a Zoom and they'll pull up their screen, they'll share their screen with me and I'll just walk them through it just so that they can see exactly where to click and where to go. And then once that policy is issued, then I'll have them download the policy, like where they signed it. Then we go in and we upload it to a system to track our policies. So I do that with all of our new agents with their first policy, just to get them in, show them where to go, show them where to click, where to upload it. So we do that with everyone. We do have an amazing Zoom room that we're going to be using all the time. It's open now Monday through Saturday from 8 to 8. In this room, there's people that could be dialing. You can go in there yourself if you're a newer agent and maybe you want to get feedback and say, how is my, I'm calling here. What does it sound like? What tips can you give me? You can call out and people can give you feedback, or you can listen to an older agent that can dial and just let you listen, which I love to do because I want to hear different words. I am not big on script. It doesn't sound like me. And so I'm a fast talker. So I like to listen to other people and see what kind of things that they say to know if I can add that to what I'm doing versus just following the script. And that's what you'll do too, is you'll learn, like you'll read the script and you're like, okay, in the beginning, you'll do it just the way it says because you don't know what else to say. But then you'll say, okay, now I know I don't need to say that word because that word doesn't sound like me or whatever it might be. But we are definitely here. So.
And then how do you guys go about with chargebacks? Because I had heard about other agencies where, let's say if you do get a chargeback, instead of you having to pay it up front, what they would do is the next policy that was going to be written out, the commission that you would get, it would be taken out from there. How do
Yeah.
you guys go about the chargebacks?
Yeah, the latter
That
is what I would imagine. I haven't experienced it myself yet, but I
haven't had
imagine
any
it's
yet.
going to be more like the running balance sheet type,
Yeah.
like you explained the second option.
Uh-huh.
They'll
The
just
second sounds more like it. I haven't had it. We haven't had any chargeback in our agency yet, and it's been a year. But I could find that exact question out, and I will ask, and I will find that out for you because I haven't had that experience yet. So
Okay.
Okay, who asked that?
it was Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay, I will send me a text, and I will get that answer for you, and we will find out the right answer. So
Okay, thank you.
of course, I'm gonna put my number in again one more time just so that it's not at the top. Yeah. And any other questions, you guys, any other questions you might have, if we're already off the Zoom, just text me and will answer. If I don't know the answer for that specifically, I can find it out. PNC license, you could, absolutely. So our company doesn't have PNC, so you could get appointed with carriers to sell PNC too. Absolutely. I have several people who are doing like Medicare and like Affordable Care Act and stuff on a different side, and then doing as long as they're not the same companies. Like you couldn't do a company that both of you sold Mutual of Omaha or both of you sold American Amicable, like things like that we're not allowed to do. But if it's different, like PNC is completely different. We don't have PNC here. You can do that on the side somewhere else. Absolutely. Whatever works for you, for sure. What else? Go a couple more minutes so we can get. Are we still recording?
We are.
Okay, good. So these will be on the recordings too, which is good. Very good. Any other questions before we end it? Anything else? But feel free, like if you're interested, just give us a text, send me a text, or click on this QR code, fill out that form. It just has your name and phone number, email, what you're looking to do. And then we can either, if we didn't cover something tonight that you have questions about, you can ask. I'll text you from my phone as soon as I have that form filled out. So you have my information and we can answer any questions that you might have, see if this is a good fit for you. And then see if we're a good fit for each other. Like I think it's the biggest thing that you want to work with people that you get along with. And I like to feel energies and see how we would work together. So I think that it's good for other people to feel the same thing and feel comfortable working with us also. Because we will be working together and we are going to be best friends. So just so you know. But any other questions before we end? It's like people are hopping off now.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Virginia, you're very welcome, and send me a text and we will answer any questions. But we are going to go ahead and end it now. If you have questions, text me, QR code, fill it out, and we will get in touch with you.
Thank you for the presentation. It was
Of
nice.
course.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Thanks for joining,
too.
everybody.